Imagine yourself running as fast as you can into a wall. Now, after running into the wall, imagine what you would look like after doing so. More than likely, you're going to be pretty beaten up. Do you think you would have been able to stop your body from hitting the wall just in 3 seconds before running into it? I'm sure most of you guys answer this question with no. This is an example of a situation you would face if you were in a car that was hit or hit something just going 15 miles per hour. The car itself will stop within less than a tenth of a second, but you, on the other hand, will keep moving forward until something stops you. And if you're not wearing a seatbelt, you're either going to be stopped by the steering wheel, the dashboard, the window, or something on the outside of the car. Remember, this is just an example of the car going 15 miles per hour. Now think about if you were going 30 or 40 miles per hour. It would be like you chose to jump off a 3 to 4 story building. Now honestly, why would anybody do that? I'm here today to hopefully show people why they should be wearing a seatbelt right when they step into the car. Because it saves your life, it takes 3 seconds to do, and it is a law. According to Oklahoma State University safety training, 40,000 people die in a year for not wearing their seatbelt. And car accidents are the leading cause of death for anyone under the age of 35. Half of these deaths could have been prevented if those people would have took the 3 seconds out of their day to put on their seatbelt. Seatbelts save 10,000 lives a year. That is about 27 lives in just one day. Which may seem like a lot of lives, but if you think about it, if they would just wear their seatbelts, it would be saving more and more lives. In a recent report by National Institution for Highway Safety, it stated that 50% of drivers choose not to wear their seatbelts, which means about 1 in every 2 drivers are actually wearing a seatbelt. In the article, Seatbelt Saves Lives by Jim McDonald, he explains that in a normal collision, there are 3 to 4 sub-collisions that take place in an accident. The first collision is the vehicle. When it hits an object, it slows, but the unrestrained items or people inside of the vehicle keep moving at the same speed. And the second collision is the person inside the vehicle goes forward until they hit the steering wheel, the dashboard, the windshield, or something outside of the vehicle. The third collision are the organs inside of a person's body. They keep moving until they hit the chest, which either will stop them or slice them. The fourth and final collision is if you have a passenger in the back seat that is as well not wearing a seatbelt. They're going to fly forward until they hit the back of your seat or land on top of you. Honestly, people, why wouldn't you take the 3 seconds out of your life to put on a seatbelt? How long do you honestly think it takes to put one on? It takes no time at all. So what are your excuses for not wearing a seatbelt? Let me guess. You're just running to the store or picking up your child. But did you know that this is the best time to wear your seatbelt, since 80% of traffic death occurs within the 25 miles of home and less than 40 miles per hour? Another common excuse is, I'm a good driver. I would never be in a car accident. But you may be a good driver, and that will stop you from causing an accident, but that's not going to stop someone else who accidentally runs into you, or they're just a bad driver. There are many more unbelievable excuses to why people do not choose to wear their seatbelt. Maybe because they're uncomfortable, or simply just because you don't want to put one on. All of these are just stupid excuses because you are simply too lazy to put a seatbelt on. Seriously, people, it takes 3 seconds out of your day to save your life. To be honest, I would rather take the 3 seconds out of my day than to take my life out of the world because I was lazy and chose not to wear my seatbelt. Wearing your seatbelt is a law in most states. In South Dakota, it is a law. And if you're found not wearing your seatbelt, you pay a $25 fine. Most people don't find a $25 fine a big deal, but the consequences of not wearing your seatbelt can be an even greater consequence, which could end up costing your life. According to the South Dakota Department of Public Safety, they provide several exceptions to the requirement to wear a seatbelt. And they are, if your vehicle was manufactured before September 1st of 1973, if you have a written statement from your doctor describing a medical reason why you should not be wearing a safety belt, if you are a passenger in a vehicle that was not equipped with safety belts because a federal law didn't require them when it was manufactured, or finally, if you are a rural mail carrier for the United States Postal Service. Other than these 4 exceptions, which most of them are unlikely to have happened, the law is you need to be wearing your seatbelt. This law, guys, is the easiest law to obey by. All you have to do is take the 3 seconds out of your day before putting your car in drive to reach back, grab the seatbelt, put it over your shoulder, and click it in. So why not take those 3 seconds out of your day to save your life and to follow the law? Save your life and the others around you. Be the person to wear your seatbelt and make sure others around you are also wearing theirs. Life is too beautiful to ruin it because you were too lazy to take the time to put your seatbelt on before leaving your house. Are you really willing to give up your life just because you were too lazy or chose not to wear your seatbelt? You honestly shouldn't even have to think about this. Just do it. Wearing your seatbelt will save your life. Takes 3 seconds to do, if that. And guys, it is a law. So please be safe and choose to wear your seatbelt.